We're just going to sing along here until it starts. I don't even know if it's going to work, honestly. I don't know what it's doing, I swear. Yeah. So I get a little bit of drop when I switch back and forth between OBS and the stream, but I don't know what it's doing the rest of the time. Let's see if I can get it up and running over here. If you can see me, maybe it's running, maybe it's not. YouTube stuff's not going to happen for a little while. Or the Twitch stuff isn't going to come up for a little while. So, and I don't have desktop audio. So that happened again, which is kind of weird. Yeah, NVIDIA Broadcast is just like super helpful. I mean that in the kindest way I can think of it. So I have desktop audio. There's something going on here. Let's run around outside, see if it changes anything. Let's go sit in the pilot's lounge for just a second here and see if he's going to be there. I don't know if he's going to be there or not. So it's live, and right now it says it's doing something. That's good. So I see it's on there. There's nothing going on Twitch at the moment. I don't seem to be losing any frames at this point, because I have not turned it on Twitch yet. I'm stuck. Let's go stand out here. Not in the sun. Give me a view of something outside that I can see. Hey, Robert. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can turn Twitch on. Yeah, that last NVIDIA driver update, for some reason, started doing some weird things with ghosting, stuff like that. Like if I change my resolution, if I change from full screen to Windows full screen, etc., it actually helped a little bit. But that's the first time I've tried to actually stream that. So I'm going to swap out real quickly and see if I can make Twitch run too. We'll see. It says it's working. Got a little bit of a drop there just because I switched to the other two. I'm going to go check my other monitors here and see if those are running. Looks like they're running. Wow, that was kind of a terrible start. Thank you very much for hanging out here for a little while. I appreciate it. And I made a note here. Pico says I need a better intro screen. And I believe that because I just kind of cheaped out and I reused one I had from long ago. So you can blame me for that as well. So, hey, this is Kineer, and welcome to another live stream of Dune Awakening. We're going to be doing a bunch of things today. It's been a hot minute since I was on stream. I had some problems with the studio at the house with air conditioning that made it just unbearable to try to sit in my normal location and stream and play. So the best I could do last week was actually kind of hide with a laptop in the basement. And I couldn't stream from there. But I was able to do a little bit of, I was able to do some playing and keep up with some stuff and things like that. Also, I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but I spent some time online reading some of the Discord at Funcom and Reddit, and it's kind of a bizarre situation going on right now. So we'll see what that is. I'm going to go ahead and hit the volume again here real quickly because we're getting. Oh, that's so much better for me. So we were supposed to be 1 day away from the big update 1.1.20, but they just said this morning at some ridiculous hour. Actually, it may not have been that long ago. There were two updates that came out. One, they said they were going to take the compactor changes, the threat changes to the compactor out of this patch, and then they came back and they said that it was going to be on the 13th or the 14th. It was going to be a couple day delay. So the update's not going to happen for tomorrow, which should be interesting. I don't know what that means to like the changes to the Coriolis storm, because there were things that were happening in the PTC related to resources in the deep desert, especially on the lower rows, And if they're not going to time that with the Coriolis storm, I don't know if they're going to delay the storm, but I saw an alert just a minute ago that the storm is 6 hours away. It's going to hit, and we're going to go from there. So no idea what's happening on that. However, what that does mean is we have a little bit of extra time in order to prepare for the update that they're going to drop, because they said they were going to do some things that they haven't said they're pulling, like changing the flower sand, and I know Robert's been all over that as well. There's a change to where the location of the Tarl Cutteray as well, and we might go take a look at that at this point. I already have one or two, but normally you can pick up the Tarl Cutteray in Stonestep Village or one of the locations in the Udom. And I believe what they have said is it's supposed to drop down here in the Wreck of the Delphus, because what you can get here is the Sandfly Cutter. Now, I'm not that worried about it because I like going through the Wreck of the Delphus. It's actually not a terrible ship to go through, and I enjoy it. However, I think it's still worth running down to both of those to see if they are present. So we're going to do that. The other thing that I was going to highlight to people right now, if you haven't heard about it, Stream Elements has figured out I'm over on Twitch. We'll see how that goes. If you haven't heard about it, is there is an exploit that is being actively, I guess I should say it's being actively exploited, where people's bases are being attacked. Go ahead and take a look over here. I'm just going to double check. So essentially, and I'm not going to blame a YouTuber because not for any particular reason, but I saw a very detailed video on YouTube on how to do this, and the moment I saw that, I'm like, oh crap, because this is going to happen everywhere. But I think it was on Reddit as well as in other places. However, it was very much showing up. Now see, I have a problem with I'm losing frames again. I don't know what's happening with YouTube. So anyway, what I was going to suggest was that the word came out and people are raiding bases, so you need to make sure that your power is up. And I also made some minor changes here to make sure that the subfief was in a structure where the door was closed as well. So we can close the door, and I have this thing set so that it doesn't automatically open on foot or otherwise, because the trick was to kite NPCs in and have them attack your base. And if your power goes out, and I've heard some people say that if your power can be disabled from the outside, and that one concerned me a little bit, like if you could kite some NPCs up here, and if you wanted to waste the time to have them slowly destroy people's generators which were exposed, you could then overload their power, and then you could start to get inside. So that's supposed to be fixed in this update that's coming out pretty soon, but I don't see what's going to happen with it. Or it's not happening in the next day, so make sure all your bases are powered up. I have been flying around to check my bases to make sure they're powered up, and this one is okay. It has many days of power. The taxes are paid on it, that kind of thing. I guess I should check the taxes real quickly. So right now it is telling me that YouTube is not happy. I don't know if it's even coming through on YouTube. I got ads again over on my YouTube, so. Yeah, I have an encoding problem that's still going on, so. I don't know if that's because Twitch is happening at the same time. I'm going to kill Twitch for right now. See if it comes back, see if YouTube comes back. I may have to roll my driver back. That's always possible. So if I look at this, let me go ahead and manage this. Subfief console. There are taxes due on this, so I need to go pay taxes on it anyway. I'm going to try to get those out of the way. I'm far from any point in time where they would shut down the place. I'll give it a couple more minutes to see if the stream comes back, but right now it looks like I've got some kind of encoding problem. I'm going to have to back level the driver or something, because all these problems started with a NVIDIA driver that was dropped on July 31st. Until then, there was nothing going on. And I guess I might do some, I might have to do a private test as well, because I apologize for putting something up that looks this bad. This bothers me to say the least. And it's absolutely no fun to play this game when you know you can't